This is Raider News Update with Bianca DiMaria and Jasmine Charles with the news, Tyler Hubbard with arts and entertainment, and Jody Cornwell with sports. And now, from Studio B at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School, Bianca DiMaria and Jasmine Charles.
Welcome to the first Raider News Update edition of our new school year. My name is Bianca DiMaria.
And my name is Jasmine Charles. On Friday, September 13th, the entire school gathered together at Perry Tyson Field for our opening assembly. Here are some highlights from that assembly.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave.
Okay, we can be seated. Again, good morning. We're here to put the finishing touches, so to speak, on the first week of school. So I'd like to formally welcome everyone back to the 2013-14 school year.
The cheerleading squad at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School has recently come together with the Cranford cheerleading squad in efforts to raise awareness about breast cancer. Being that October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, all students were encouraged to purchase t-shirts to wear to our homecoming game on Saturday, October 19th. Both Cranford and Scotch Plains fans will be wearing these shirts to show their support. You can purchase these t-shirts at upcoming home football games.
Molly is the nickname of a drug that is becoming increasingly popular among young people. Despite Molly's popularity, many people who take it are unaware of what the drug is even made out of and the harrowing effects that it can have. Molly is commonly thought to be a pure powder form of MDMA, which is a chemical compound, but oftentimes it may contain no MDMA at all. In fact, Molly can be TFMPP, a chemical compound mixed with another substance, or it can be a mixture of MDMA with baking powder, plant fertilizer, or any combination of chemical substances that can be harmful or fatal. In a recent student survey at Syracuse University in New York, 20% of those participants said that they have tried Molly. 1/3 of those students have also stated that they did not know the ingredients of the drug that they had taken. The danger of Molly or any club drug is that the user usually does not know what they are taking. Recently, a young adult interviewed at bridgeinc.org said that the drug made him blackout, jumpy, and restless. I snorted it and I got dizzy and saw black and red flashing lines in my eyes. I didn't like it, but when I couldn't find a drug to do, I used it. Currently, many forms of Molly are legal because it has not been regulated by the DEA, which stands for the Drug Enforcement Administration. However, police can still confiscate the drug and prosecute the owner for possession of a controlled substance. Despite the contradicting legality and tempting nature of Molly, people should be aware of the dangers of this drug. Side effects of Molly include addiction, increase in blood pressure, increase in body temperature, dehydration, anxiety, depression, coma, and death.
On this past Thursday, those overcoming a devastating loss once again lost everything they had. In Seaside, New Jersey, a huge fire spread across the entire boardwalk, even affecting areas that weren't affected by Superstorm Sandy. This fire lasted from 2:05 p.m. to about 10 p.m. With horrible winds and low water pressure, this fire destroyed 20 businesses and about 8 blocks of the boardwalk. Seaside cannot catch a break. The cause of the fire is undetermined, though locals are desperate to figure out how it started.
As many of you know, Raider News is the longest-running student newscast in the nation. This year marks the 29th consecutive year that Raider News has been broadcasting to our community. Our first monthly edition will appear on October 7th. As you can see, Raider News Update has returned to our broadcasting schedule, so we will once again enjoy the benefits of having a weekly newscast to keep you informed as to what is happening here at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School.
Now let's go to arts and entertainment with Tyler.
Thanks, Bianca. This week, on September 25th, the Black Student Union begins rehearsals for its annual BSU fashion show. The fashion show is an event that takes place at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School in October. Not only will this include many different categories of fashion, but it's also scheduled to include many talented acts featuring singing and dancing from our own fellow students. The event helps raise money for Black Student Union so that they will have the opportunity to go on trips and do community service as a club. And now let's go to Critics Corner.
McGowan and
Tyler Hubbard. And this week we saw Insidious Chapter 2. This movie was a continuation of the first Insidious, which was about a man named Josh whose son was possessed by this demon that took him to this dark world every time he went to sleep. And the first one wasn't that great. There wasn't that many scary parts in it, and a lot of it, the story was left unanswered. But this one really made up for itself. It was a really good movie. It wasn't too scary where you're petrified, but it was still like kind of like creepy to watch. And there were parts where you just like scream and you freak out, and it really connected the two stories of like Josh in his childhood where he was dealing with seeing these demons, and then his child putting up with the same pattern and him trying to protect his family. So Matt, what did you think?
I really liked the movie pretty much. It really shows how like when there's a haunted family, how each different character reacts, and how there's like really scary aspects to when there's this old lady that would pop out and then scream things, and that would make me get scared. And it just had like all different types. Like this movie had pretty much everything. I really liked it, and I got to see actors which I actually never knew before. And I really enjoyed the movie a lot. I would give it 4 out of 5 stars because I think it lived up to its expectations. And also, I was watching the news and I heard that it was #1 at the box office this weekend. So I think this will be a really popular movie for people to go see. And Tyler, what else do you think?
Yeah, I give the movie 4 out of 5 stars. It definitely redeemed itself from the first one, and there were even some moments of like comic relief in it that made me kind of laugh.
Yeah.
So it was a really good film. 4 out of 5 stars. Now back to the studio. And now let's go to Weekend Preview with Michaela and Stephanie.
Hi, welcome to Weekend Preview. I'm Michaela.
And I'm Stephanie.
On Saturday, September 21st, the varsity cross country team have a meet in Warnaco Park at 9 a.m. At Hillsborough High School, freshman boys soccer have a game at 10 a.m. JV also has a game at 10 a.m. also in Hillsborough. Our boys varsity have a game at 11 a.m. in Hillsborough too. Varsity football has a home game at 1 o'clock. The varsity cheerleaders will be cheering them on. But last but not least, come support the band at 4 p.m. at the high school. Make sure to come out and support our teams.
So this week in movies, the recent movie releases will be World War Z, The Bling Ring, starring Emma Watson, and you can now pre-order Iron Man 3. In movies in theaters will be Insidious Chapter 2, The Family starring Robert De Niro, and Lee Daniels the Butler.
Now let's see some additional highlights from our opening assembly.
Thank you, yeah, I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanna go once, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. Y'all can't stop me, go hard like I got an 808 in my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like it gave a little speed to a great white shark on shark week. When I go up, a girl, 2 sis goodbye. I got a world to see, and my girl, she wanna see Rome. Caesar make you a believer now. I never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people. Now sing this song and it goes like, raise those hands, this is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Learn from that failure, gain humility, and then we keep marching ourselves.
They mentioned the Blue Diamond Step team, and that's the next group to come out and perform.
And now let's go to sports with Jody.
Thanks, Jasmine. As sports season commences, the Raiders are starting off strong. The boys soccer team has a solid record of 3-1 with victories over Parsippany Hills, Cranford, Voorhees, and an unfortunate loss against Westfield. The girls soccer team also has a great record with a 4-0 record over Parsippany Hills, North Brunswick, Oak Knoll, and Westfield. Also, on Thursday the 12th, both boys soccer and football games had to be stopped due to inclement weather and begin again on Friday the 13th. Though being behind by a touchdown in the first game, boys football was able to catch up in the second half and score 2 touchdowns to take the lead. The game was stopped early on Thursday, and when it resumed on Friday, in the last 5 minutes and 5 seconds, Governor Livingston was able to get 1 touchdown, but the Raiders still came up victorious. The boys' game was restarted against Cranford on Friday, and they emerged victorious as well. That wraps up for sports. Now back to Bianca and Jasmine.
And now let's go to Car of the Week.
This is a fresh car you got here. Tell me something about it.
Thanks, man. I got the fresh Euro plate from Waterfest, and then I got some new 17-inch rims. Then I got some custom bullet door locks. It's a pretty sweet car. It's really reliable. It's fun. It's fast.
Now the inside of this car is souped up. We have the nice detector because, you know, we like to speed in cars like this. You know, it goes really fast. They got nice stick shift right here. And here's the electric brake, emergency brake. It got a bike grip on it just to make sure for when you're going way too fast, you got to stop on point.
This is the car of the week, and I'll see you next time.
And now let's go to weekend weather with Stormy Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Stormy Stephanie and welcome to Weekend Weather. This Saturday it will be 77, sunny and partly cloudy. And on Sunday it will be 72 but rainy. I'm Stormy Stephanie, back to the studio.
That wraps it up for this week's first Raider News Update.
Be sure to tune in next week for Period 7/8's News Edition.